ਵਿਰੋਧੀ ਧਿਰ ਦੇ ਲੀਡਰ ਐਂਡਰੀਆ ਹਾਰਪ ਨੇ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰ ਮੁੜ ਕੋਵਿਡ ਮਹਾਮਾਰੀ ਦੌਰਾਨ ਫੋਰਡ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਗਏ ਕਦਮਾਂ ਤੇ ਸਵਾਲ ਖੜੇ ਕੀਤੇ ਨੇ। ਉਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਪ੍ਰੋਵਿੰਸ ਤੀਜੀ ਵੇਵ ਨਾਲ ਜੂਝ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ, ਪਰ ਪ੍ਰੀਮੀਅਰ ਇੰਡੋਰ ਪਾਬੰਦੀਆਂ ਹਟਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ। ਹਾਰਪ ਨੇ ਦੋਸ਼ ਲਗਾਇਆ ਕਿ ਪ੍ਰੀਮੀਅਰ ਹੈਲਥ ਕੇਅਰ ਅਧਿਕਾਰੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਸਲਾਹ ਮੁਤਾਬਿਕ ਕੰਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ, ਜਿਸ ਦਾ ਜਵਾਬ ਦਿੰਦਿਆਂ ਪ੍ਰੀਮੀਅਰ ਡੈਕਫੋਰਡ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਪੀਲ ਅਤੇ ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਅੰਦਰ ਪਾਬੰਦੀਆਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਢਿੱਲ ਹੈਲਥ ਕੇਅਰ ਅਧਿਕਾਰੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਸਲਾਹ ਮੁਤਾਬਿਕ ਹੀ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਗਈ ਹੈ।
It's really apparent that we're now in the third wave of COVID-19, and folks are pretty worried that this Premier and the government are sleepwalking us into another massive lockdown. Late on Friday, we all know that the Premier loosened indoor restrictions for COVID-19 precautions and didn't put in any of the measures that would help people stay safe in those situations. So the question is, why is the Premier seem to be doing exactly the opposite of what his own experts and frontline healthcare providers are suggesting he should be doing?
Question is to the Premier.
Thank you for the question, and through you, Mr. Speaker, that's exactly what we're doing. We're following the advice of the Chief Medical Officer, along with the local medical officers in Peel and Toronto. We had a great discussion. That was their direction. We followed the direction, and we're going to continue following the direction of the docs. Thanks.
A supplementary question.
Well, Speaker, in fact, the government hasn't been following the experts' advice, and now we're in a third wave that was preventable. On February 11th, the science table warned that rushing the reopening was going to lead to disaster. They were telling the Premier and this government that they needed to put measures in place to keep people safe, like paid sick days. The very next day, the Premier reopened indoor eating, for example, in restaurants, basically sending restaurant workers into an environment where the spread was likely to happen without even the basics like paid sick days to rely upon. The question is, why is this Premier refusing to spend the money necessary, Speaker, to keep people safe, to make sure that we don't end up in another massive lockdown in our province, notwithstanding that he keeps getting advice on how to do exactly that?
And the Premier.
Well, through you, Mr. Speaker, we have the toughest restrictions on all of North America, and that's actual facts. And so far, we've vaccinated 1,553,000 people. The total vaccines are about 1.79 million. We've ramped up the vaccinations